Alaska is a huge state and it has the most astonishing sights to see. 100 miles overnight took us to magnificent, amazing Glacier Bay. At dawn the weather was clear and we had the most beautiful day to follow in this astonishing waterway. A pilot and a guide from the Glacier Bay National Park Service comes aboard to guide us on our way and to tell us a bit about this amazing bay. There were small glaciers everywhere, which gave us some inkling of what amazing experiences and sights were yet to come. This is the debris at the end of the Carroll Glacier, which heads off around and behind that mountain to the left. Even in this remote part of the world, there's a jet stream in the blue sky above us. The bridge tells us that there's a jet en route from Vladivostok to New York. The mountain scenery was quite breathtaking. And we're now cruising amongst some small icebergs broken off from some of those glaciers. The mountain scenery was quite breathtaking. Our big ship couldn't get in close enough for a really good look, but these are the Grand Pacific and Mildred glaciers, where they discharge into the sea. And from now on, the incredible mountain scenery gets even more spectacular. We're now in deeper water and cruising much closer to the shore, so we're getting wonderful scenery. These presently denuded fir trees are apparently quite unique because periodically they die off and then have renewed growth. It's quite amazing that a 62,000 ton cruise vessel can get so close to this awesome scenery. That spectacular mountain peak is more than 8,000 feet high. What a magnificent vista against that clear blue sky. How about these amazing reflection shots we're getting now? And it goes on for mile after mile. Even the slow-moving ship's wake barely disturbs the surface of the water, and when it does, the ripples seem as though they're almost frozen in time. And it just gets better and better and better. The water here is so close to freezing point that it becomes almost glass-like and gives the most perfect mirror reflections. This is truly a frozen fantasy indeed, and everywhere there are even more glaciers reaching the sea to discharge their ice load into the water. I apologise for giving you so much amazing scenery to watch, but I simply couldn't shut down the camera when these amazing views were floating in front of it. And it was almost too cold to reach the stop button anyhow. Those distant peaks rising high above the cloud made the vista even more spectacular. And although we didn't know it at the time, These tiny birds skimming the water were telling us there's a really magnificent experience lay right ahead of us, because they lived in the rock face just below the rim of the incredible Marjorie Glacier coming up now. This was to be by far the highlight of our visit to Glacier Bay, as you will see. Our skipper carefully manoeuvred volunteers into the perfect viewing positions for our passengers, and the word went around that the blue ice showing on the face of the glacier was almost ideal for carving on iceberg, which hopefully we would see. The excited passengers quickly gathered on the top deck in great anticipation. In astonishing silence, the passengers listened for the creaking of the ice as it bumped and thumped, breaking away, getting ready to fall. They scanned the face of the glacier really carefully, looking for the right spot. Now just listen to that ice thumping away as we scanned the face of the glacier, looking for the next spot to fall. The wave pushes some of the little icebergs our way, but there's more to come, lots more. Now, where will the next one be? It's not making a lot of noise, but it's blue and it certainly looks pretty precarious. Sorry it's a bit shaky. The camera was handheld and it was on full telly, and the ship was moving slowly too, so all up it's pretty hard to get a steady shot. It sure is, and the ship is too, because it's time to go. It was a reluctant farewell to magnificent Glacier Bay. But we will of course have these wonderful memories which will stay with us forever. For now it's au revoir.